Folklorama brings families of all backgrounds together, and this year, one pavilion is going the extra mile for a family in need. CTV's Stephanie Seekos has more on how the Greek pavilion is rallying around a young boy.
Reeve Cahoon is like many other kids. He loves to play, run around, and have fun. At just 5 years old, Reeve has also had multiple surgeries, including having the right side of his brain disconnected and removed in 2017. Reeve was born with a rare disorder, Sturge-Weber syndrome,
which can include seizures and glaucoma, developmental delays.
Reeve has been in and out of hospitals from Toronto to Calgary, and his days are often filled with appointments.
It's been a really hard 5 years, but we've been fortunate to have a lot of love and support and generosity from family, friends, and the biggest is complete strangers.
Strangers like Pro Lagos, who upon hearing Reeve's story, knew he wanted to help.
First of all, it's a child. And for everything that Reeve and his family has gone through, a small contribution to their family to help them what they're going through.
Lagos is part of the fundraising committee with Folklorama's Greek Pavilion. Each year, the committee earmarks funds off the top to go back into the community. The Cahoons will be getting $5,000 going towards their travel, medicine, and various appointments.
There was no question. We said, for sure, go for it, and whatever we can raise, so be it. We'll give that to help.
Yeah, we're talking about helping again.
The Cahoons had never been to the Greek Pavilion before this week, but they've now found an extended family in the pavilion. Reeve will be heading off to kindergarten this fall, and his parents couldn't be prouder.
He'll teach me more than I can ever teach him. He's my Superman, as I always call him. He's poetic, as his name is Reeve, and the original Superman, Christopher Reeve.
He's very happy, despite everything he's gone through.
Stephanie Seekos, CTV News, Winnipeg.
The Greek Pavilion is celebrating 50 years. I'm Renee Rogers, live from Folklorama. Coming up, the traditions you'll find here, plus the new twist.
It's one of the 4 cultures upon which Folklorama was built. But this year, there's something new at the Greek Pavilion. CTV's Renee Rogers is standing by at the Convention Center, which is a brand new location. So, Renee, why the move?
Well, Marilee, I was actually just speaking with the pavilion coordinator, Nicoletta Matheos, about why this move happened. It's a much bigger location here. Nicoletta, first off, thank you for being here with us today. Second off, tell us, why the move here to RBC Center?
Because it's 50 years of Folklorama, 50 years of the Greek Pavilion. We're here from the day one, so we had to do something big. The main thing was a bigger place to satisfy everybody, to get everybody in, to make them all happy, so we made the move for the 50 years.
And we are standing right near some delicious-looking food right now. Yes. Preparations are being made for the food. Yes. Tell me about what is on the menu.
We have chicken souvlaki, chicken pita, gyro, very nice lemon potatoes, spanakopita, and very nice desserts, rice pudding, our famous baklava, kourabiedes, melomakarona, everything delicious.
That sounds absolutely lovely. Can't wait to try some. Now tell me about the entertainment that people are going to find here at this pavilion.
Yes, as usual, the Greeks are cafe people. That's mean enjoyable with lots of fun. So as always, we shout opera, we dance and enjoy. The famous dance, the Greek dance, is Zorba. Like we said before, we have Zorba kiss too, the famous Zorba, a kiss, a Zorba drink, Zorba dance, and the kids, they're excited, and it's like I said before in my interviews, it's our home kids, our own kids, daughters, granddaughters. It's little ones start and finish.
Just one of the special things happening for the 50th anniversary of your pavilion. Well, coming up next hour, we're going to show you even more of what's going on here. Thank you so much for being here with us.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Back to you.
Thanks, Renee. One you can't miss is the classic Greek pavilion, but you won't find it at its usual location. CTV's Renee Rogers joins us now from RBC Convention Center, where the doors opened just about 15 minutes ago. And Renee, I would imagine it's pretty busy there right now.
It is very busy right now, Marilee. There is a whole lineup behind me of people just waiting to enjoy that classic Greek food. You have everything from chicken souvlaki to green beans to spanko pita, your classic Greek salad, and then, of course, you can end it all off with some of the famous baklava, just some of the things that you're going to find on the menu here at the Greek Pavilion. And as you mentioned, yes, it is a new location this year here at the RBC Convention Center. And according to organizers, they're loving it. It's more spacious, they say, than what they were used to. That was at the St. Demetrius Greek Orthodox Church. That's where they've always been up until now, at least this year. We're not sure about what's happening next year. However, I can tell you that just in a few minutes, we are going to be talking a little bit more about this location and what makes it so great this year for the Greek Pavilion. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Renee. It's a culture with a rich history, and tonight you can experience what Greece has to offer at Folklorama's Greek Pavilion. CTV's Renee Rogers joins us once again from RBC Convention Center, which is a new location for that pavilion this year. So, Renee, tell us, how is this new location working out so far?
Mentioning Marilee just a few minutes ago, they are just loving it. But don't take my word for it. I'm here with the pavilion's community president, Dino Trezouris. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, thank you so much for having us. We're absolutely loving our new venue here at the RBC Convention Center. The space is phenomenal, and we get to host hundreds of more people than we could ever do at our old venue.
So this move was an opportunity that came up for you, and from what I understand, you took it with just open arms.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, celebrating 50 years, being one of the original pavilions here. It was, I think, the best move that we did, just to be able to celebrate our 50 years and be able to welcome a lot more people to the Greek Pavilion this year.
And how does the space compare between your old location and this venue now?
Oh, it's probably 2.5 times the size. So it's wonderful that we can have, everything on one level. And be able to enjoy, the vastness of the space.
And speaking of celebrating 50 years, there are a few things that you're doing, especially to celebrate, aside from the new venue.
Yes.
But there's also something called the Zorba's Kiss. Tell me about this. This is a special drink, I understand.
Correct. We've had that for a number of years, and this year what we're doing is when you order the drink, you get a little badge like I'm wearing, or you can get a stamp on your wrist or on your cheek of a blue lips. So the drink consists of ouzo, gin, fruit juices, ice, and wine, and it's absolutely delicious.
Fantastic. Well, sounds wonderful, and it's looking like people are anticipating the performances coming up. I know I am, and we're going to be seeing a few of those performances later on in the show.
You bet.
So if you want to come here, just remember it is the RBC Convention Center. We'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Renee.
It's one of the 4 cultures upon which Folklorama was built. But this year, there's something new at the Greek Pavilion. The pavilion has moved from the St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church to the RBC Convention Center. But don't let that fool you. You'll still find the traditional performances from Kefi dancers, and you'll still be able to enjoy menu classics such as souvlaki, Greek salad, and baklava. In fact, pavilion coordinators say the biggest change you'll notice is a little more room to dance.
And we've seen people happy, and that's the best part. They're sitting down and they enjoy, and they say, oh, wow, you have lots of space. So this is beautiful. We enjoy it very much.
Performances at the Greek Pavilion take place at 6:45, 8:15, and 9:45 each night. There's also an additional performance at 5:15 on Saturday.
Yeah, that looks like a yes to me. This proposal took place at Folklorama's Greek Pavilion on its final night of the week. The pavilion shared the video to its Instagram page, where it's now being flooded with congratulatory comments, as it should be. Congratulations to them.
Love is happening.